Most people handle this wrong. Stay till the end, one insight here will change how you work. Every office has that one person. Layoffs come, restructuring happens, entire teams get dissolved, and somehow, they're still there. You've watched people with better degrees, fancier titles, and louder voices get walked out. But this person survives every single round like clockwork. It's not luck, and it's not magic. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what makes certain employees nearly impossible to let go. Most employees gravitate toward tasks that are visible, clean, and career-boosting. The unfireable employee does something different. They volunteer for the messy, complicated work that everyone else avoids. Maybe it's the legacy system that breaks every quarter and nobody fully understands. Or the client relationship that's been hanging by a thread for months. They step into chaos while their coworkers quietly step back. Over time, they become the only person who truly knows how to fix what matters most. A manager at a mid-sized tech company once told me something I never forgot. "I can't fire David, he's the only one who understands our billing reconciliation, and if he leaves, we lose 6 figures in errors before we even find a replacement." That's not job security through talent alone, that's job security through strategic positioning. Most people never figure this next part out, and it costs them dearly. Your boss doesn't just evaluate the quality of your work. They evaluate how much energy it takes to manage you on a daily basis. The unfireable employee rarely brings problems without at least a rough solution attached. They anticipate what their manager needs before anyone has to ask for it. When a deadline shifts or priorities change, they adjust without drama or long email chains. They don't need constant check-ins, reassurance, or hand-holding to stay productive. Now think about this from your manager's perspective for a moment. If firing you means they have to absorb your workload, train someone new, and handle the team fallout, you've made yourself genuinely expensive to lose. That quiet calculation matters more than any performance review score ever written. Every company runs on unwritten rules that exist nowhere in any official handbook. Who actually makes decisions, even when the org chart tells a completely different story? Which vendor contact picks up the phone at midnight during a critical outage? Why that one process exists, the one that seems completely pointless but actually prevents a compliance nightmare. The unfireable employee collects this knowledge like currency over years of patient observation. Not by hoarding information that just creates resentment and gets you labeled as difficult, but by being the person everyone naturally turns to when things get confusing or urgent. McKinsey research shows that replacing an employee with deep institutional knowledge costs between 50 and 200% of their annual salary. Leadership understands this math, even when they never say it out loud to your face. Being excellent at your specific job protects you from your direct manager's criticism. But being well-connected across departments protects you from the organization itself. These employees don't limit their conversations to their own team or floor. They grab coffee with people in sales and genuinely remember what matters to them. They help someone in operations debug a broken spreadsheet without ever being asked. They know the name of the new intern's dog and ask about it 3 weeks later. So when layoff decisions happen behind closed doors, multiple people in that room advocate for them. Not because of corporate politics or favors owed, but because of genuine relationships built quietly over months and years. I watched a senior analyst survive 3 consecutive rounds of layoffs at a Fortune 500 company. Her raw technical skills were honestly average at best. But when her name appeared on the cut list, 4 different department heads pushed back hard. She had helped every single one of them at some point, without being asked and without ever keeping score. Most employees wait patiently for their manager to assign them a training course or tell them what skills to learn next. The unfireable employee is already 2 steps ahead of that conversation. When their company started exploring AI integration last year, they didn't panic or post complaints in Slack. They took a weekend course, built a rough prototype, and demoed it to their team the following Monday. When a new project management tool rolled out across the company, they weren't the person filing confused help desk tickets. They were the person their coworkers came to for guidance and practical shortcuts. This kind of proactive adaptation sends a powerful signal straight to leadership. It tells them this person will remain valuable no matter what changes come next. In a business environment that reinvents itself every 18 months, that signal is worth more than any degree or certification hanging on a wall. One specific action: do this before your next workweek starts. Grab a notebook or open a blank document and write down 3 problems at your company that nobody wants to own. Look for the broken process, the neglected client, the tool everyone complains about but nobody fixes. Now pick the smallest, most approachable one from your list. Volunteer for it Monday morning. Don't wait for permission or a formal assignment. Just start making visible progress and let people notice on their own. That single move puts you on a completely different path than most of your coworkers who are just keeping their heads down. You won't become unfireable overnight, and honestly, that's not even the point. But you'll start building the kind of value that makes someone genuinely pause before ever putting your name on a list. If this hit close to home, drop a comment about the unfireable person at your workplace. I'd love to hear what makes them different. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching. If this gave you one idea you can use today, hit like and subscribe. See you in the next one.